Welcome to Tech Yourself. I'm Kyle, and today I'm going to show you how to terminate an Ethernet cable. I'll walk you through step by step what to do and how to do it. Then I'll show you how to do it in 3 minutes. Then I'll show you how to do it in 3 seconds. Before you get started, make sure that your cable and your plugs are compatible. I have here CAT6 with 23 gauge conductors, and it is solid cord cable. My plugs are CAT6 23 to 24 gauge solid conductor cables. Now let's check out our tools. We have our stripper. I like to use these cheap ones. Next we have some angled snips. I do recommend getting a nice quality pair of these. Very handy. Crimp tool. I'm using the EZRJ Pro HD. It has a blade to trim the wires off of a pass-through plug, which I am not using, and a small flathead screwdriver. I don't like the pass-through plugs. I think the only reason to use them is because they may be a little easier and faster to terminate. But I think the way that I do these is just as fast, and I don't end up with exposed copper on the cable. To start, we need to expose the wires inside, so we will get our strip tool and we'll cut about 2 inches of this outer jacket off. You do not want to apply much pressure. Do not want to cut all the way through if you can help it. You can see here I've only scored the jacket. I have not cut all the way through. That's fine. You can just bend it a little bit and it breaks and comes right off. I'm going to get rid of this rip cord. We'll just snip it. CAT6 also has a plastic spine to keep the twisted pairs separated. You can see it's got a cross or a T shape to it. We don't need it on the end here, so we'll get our wires out of the way. And we'll just carefully snip it off. Make sure we have not damaged the wires at all. Looks good. Now we need to get them untwisted. I used to just manually untwist them. Untwist, untwist, untwist. It takes a lot of time, and then you have to straighten them out, get these waves out of them, which takes more time, can cause blisters if you do it a lot. So I learned this one day. You could buy what's called an untwist tool that goes on the end. You just turn it and it easily untwists them, and then it has little grooves on it to help you straighten the wires. But the tool is kind of expensive for my taste, and I can do the same job with a screwdriver. Just untwist a little bit at the bottom, just enough to get your screwdriver in there. Pinch it pretty firmly here. And you untwist and straighten in one motion. It's okay that it's still a little bent on the end. That's going to get trimmed off. So I'll do that a couple more times. Just a couple of untwists. A couple of untwists. And now we are ready to get them in order. There are 2 basic standards for the orders of these wires, T568A and B. B seems to be the most popular. I'm really not sure which you should choose for which scenario, but I think B will work for pretty much anything you would need a cable for. The order is white, orange, orange, white, green. Now when you get them in order, you don't want to retwist. Make sure you go around the correct way to untwist as you order. White, orange, orange, white, green, blue, white, blue, green, white, brown, brown. Get them started toward the bottom in the right order and kind of pinch, apply pressure as you get them in order. Then you can kind of straighten them all out together. Just apply pressure and pull. You can get them lined up, bend this way, bend this way. Just bend them all together to make sure, just to get them in line and straight. Make sure you still got your order right. Now we need to trim it off, trim off the excess. I like to leave about a 1/2 inch outside the jacket. Get my crimp tool. Now I get it to just grab a little bit, and then I reach around and grab the excess before I snip it off. And then I twist these together, because that is far easier to pick up and throw away than 8 tiny cables. And you get your plug, make sure the wires are still in the right order. The plug, the clip faces away from you while the wires are in order from left to right, white, orange to brown. Get it in there a little bit. Then I like to apply a little bit of pressure, put it on an angle so that they stay in order and in line as they go in. They should just all find the correct channel, and you just push them in pretty firmly. Wiggle back and forth a little, up and down a little, while pushing in to make sure you get them all to the end of the plug, so that when you crimp, these contacts actually contact the wire instead of missing. Get your crimp tool, put it in, crimp, and that should be a good working cable. Try a 3-minute termination. And again, make sure that you do. Oh, I did it. I damaged it.